at the ITCC 2022. What's your goal?
Just have fun, really. It's just for me another opportunity to come back and do some good climbs, hang out with some good people. And yeah, it's just particularly after having a break after COVID, just a really good opportunity for me to come back and climb.
So what's your favorite station?
Aerial rescue.
Why?
Because for me, it's a real challenge to try and work out what I think is the fastest, most efficient way of doing something. And obviously there's a number of ways of doing it. And then trying to work out, you know, if it was a real rescue, try and make it as real as possible. So I just find that a good challenge.
So how do you prepare to events like this?
Well, obviously doing tree work daily, that obviously really helps from just from a physical climbing point of view. That also helps brain training. So what I mean by that is I think it would be quite easy to teach someone how to do these events on the preliminary events. But you also need to be able to read a tree very quickly. When you're in the canopy, work out which side of the branches you go, and that side of things you're only going to do by actually doing that on a daily basis at work. And then leading up to a competition, maybe, I don't know, 3 weeks before a competition, I'll lead up to introducing more cardio, and then the specific events, just timing them and you know, just running through them as if they were a comp.
Okay. So do you also train your mental?
Yeah.
The mental side of things?
Yeah, the mental side is a key element that I have found over the years. I mean, I've been doing it quite a long time. And when I was younger and obviously maybe more physically strong or quicker, I don't know, but my mind wasn't quite in the right place maybe for it. Inexperience and obviously being quite young. And then over the years, I've learned to try and control your nerves as well, because you can obviously practice at home, but you can never replicate the adrenaline and the nerves that you get with that stopwatch when someone's watching you. So that's just experience, really, trying to work out, how to breathe through it and think, like, just mentally try and calm yourself down. That helps.
So what do you think is or are the key skills you need to bring with you to become a world champion?
A really good attitude. I think if you come to win it, I think you're already causing yourself for a fall, because although we're technically all competitive people, you want to obviously win and you want to train for it, but I think you need to come with a really good attitude as well, so I think that helps. And what I mean by that is helping other climbers, learning from each other as well, which will obviously help you and grow as a climber. So that's the sort of first thing. And then you need to know that it's going to take you quite some time to become a world champion. So what I mean by that is if when I first started, I'd said to somebody, how long would it be if I trained all the time and I went to lots of competitions? If that person had turned around and said, maybe 8-10 years, I'd have gone, oh wow, that's a lot of effort and a lot of time invested. And it does take a long time. You have to have a lot of failures. You have to have a lot of things that don't go well. And I think that's really good for a person. So when you do well, you really appreciate those times. Preparation for a competition for me, like on the day, basically preparation. Like, I don't like stress and I don't like to be late for something. I need to be prepared, so I need to know what events I've got, be prepared for that first event, and then think about the second event pretty much as soon as I finish the first one, so I know what I'm getting into. Preparation as far as the aerial rescue, once you know the scenario, I'll go away and I'll practice my speech and my talk relevant to the rescue, and maybe a setup if it's a bit different. And then on the morning, I make sure that I eat a really good breakfast first thing in the morning. And then for me personally, I don't actually eat anything else for the rest of the day, just plenty of fluids. I find eating halfway through the day, like with bread and things like that, I find I get like a high and a low. So I try and just keep going right the way through, and like now I've finished, I'm quite happy to go off and have dinner now. So, but that's what I'm used to. Some people need to eat and do that.
So last part of the interview, so the first thing you always do when you come to a competition is like having your gear ready, having a gear check. So maybe anything that's important for you there?
Yeah, definitely. What you need to prepare at home is make sure you understand the rules. So read the rule book. particularly if there's been any changes. So like before here, a month ago we had a new rule book out, so we need to make sure that we're familiar with those new rules, because effectively you could be wasting points because you haven't understood something. So make sure you're familiar with the rules. Your equipment needs to be inspected when we're here, so there's no point me traveling around the world paying for that luggage to get here and then find half of it's no good. So I'll make sure that my equipment before I leave, and I mean a few weeks before I leave, is up to speed. It's the equipment I need, it's in date. There's no equipment missing from my kit bag. That allows me enough time to purchase those items, get them like bedded in and make sure I'm familiar with them. So that when I come here, I don't have that moment of, I've got to find this and I've got to find that. So it's a bit more relaxed.
Mm-hmm. So is there one piece of kit, apart from your harness and the rope, that you never go kind of out of house without? That's very personal, maybe very important for you?
From the competition point of view, I would say the ascent event equipment. So for example, when I came out here, I was worried that my luggage might get lost, let's say in the airline. So I put my ascent equipment in the hand luggage. So even if like everything else got lost, I mean, I can use a rope, I can use a hitch, I can use a helmet, you know, I could set everything up quite quickly. But because the ascent event is so particular in lengths of the elastic for the knee ascender and the foot ascender and everything like that is so personal, if that had got lost, I'd be running around like a headless chicken trying to work that out. So for me, from the competition point of view at the moment, the way it is, the ascent event equipment.
Okay, cool. And what's your least favorite station?
That's hard to say really, because it used to be the speed climb. I've grown to love and like it. My abilities may be improved, maybe the work that I do outside to sort of improve my hand and eye coordination may have improved in the strength. So I really like it. It's fun, it's different from what we would do at work, so I find that fun. So I used to not like it, but now I don't mind it. Throw line is a difficult one because you love and hate throw line. I mean, anybody that's tried to get in a tree with a throw line will know that they can either rock up to a tree and get it first shot and love it, or they can throw for 10 minutes and then find that they don't get anything. So because it's a timed event and it's only 6 minutes, which is really tight timing, I would maybe say that's my least favorite, I suppose, only because of it's out of your control a little bit. There's that whole hit and miss and, you know, you may or may not get it. So maybe that one.
Thank you, and good luck for the rest of the event.
Brilliant, thank you.